also one more thing called prepared statement. So what is the difference? See, in case of statement, everywhere we need to send the actual values like this. Because you need not hard code, you can take it from the as an input from the user. But there is something better called prepared statement. So in case of prepared statement, what happens is first the statement is being prepared and to that the values are being set. Okay. So what is the advantage? See here, for example, I am inserting a record. Let us assume I am inserting 10,000 records. In that case, I need to use 10,000 insert into whichever simple values, maybe in a loop or whichever way. Okay. So the disadvantage is every time the statement is being parsed and the value is being set and then it is run by the MySQL. So there will be a slight performance. The reason is every time this need to be parsed. So what prepared statement says is, I'll prepare the statement for you and keep ready so that it is half done. And whenever you want to reuse that or use that, set the values and just execute it. The advantage is the performance is better because it is already processed. It is already parsed and ready. You need to just set the values to it and okay. But here, every time it need to be parsed. That is the result. Okay, great. Let's go to the prepared statement. But before heading to the prepared statement, okay, I hope you have referred the presentation for this. See, first the query is built without the data, then data is set and executed. See, whenever you are creating the query, whenever you are building the query, so for the actual data, you need to use question mark. Basically, that is a placeholder. And after that, you can set the data to that multiple times based on the requirement. And then finally, you can execute it using execute query or execute update or execute or whichever. Okay, right. So let's go to the prepared statement. Fantastic. So here, what exactly? See, the steps remain same. Here also, if you want to connect to the database, the number one step is you need to import java.sql, number one. Number two, you need to load the driver class.form. Number three, you need to use driver manager get connection to connect to the underlying database. Then see there we used to say like con dot create statement, but here it is prepare statement. So we'll have the statement here, and for the actual values we'll be using the placeholder question mark. Okay, so thereby we can try to set the values and execute it. Similarly, again you can set the values to the same statement, execute it. Okay, so all right. So that's what I was trying to tell you. So this is already being processed once, and you can try to reuse it a number of times. Okay. So one of the advantages you'll get the better performance. And you are trying to perform operations on a huge, like you want to insert records, maybe 10,000 records or 20,000 records or whichever. Okay. So let's try to run this. Fantastic. So we are getting an exception. So it is telling that loading class com.mysql jdbc driver, this is deprecated, and the new driver, the driver is automatically okay registered is okay. So basically I understand that there is a problem in the driver. The reason is here you are using the old driver and we had already added the new driver. If you observe the previous example which we discussed, so we went to the build path and we went to the configure build path. We added this whatever the MySQL driver version 8. Fantastic. So the thing which we missed is the driver name got changed here. So let's go here and get the latest name. Okay. So it is. So let me copy it here. and let me paste it here. So this is one of the problem. Okay, so let's try to again. Okay, let's try to again run it. Okay, see, I'm purposefully raising the. I know that the problems are going to occur. Okay, but I'm just trying to see that you get the expertise. Okay, so it is telling like client plugin auth is required. Okay, and unable to connect exception. Fine. See, number one is we added the new driver. No doubt in that. See, one more problem. What I see here is here it is connecting to the okay, see, we want to connect to 3316. Okay, so if you don't specify here, by default it uses the default port number, that is 3306, and I have a old version of MySQL DB server running which I am not using for the application. Okay, so to connect to the latest also I am using 3316. Fantastic. So let's try to run it. So I think it is connecting. It is telling, see, you need to see the exception. So it's saying like unknown database emp. So let's do one thing, friends. Let's go and create a database. Okay, create database name. Okay, right, fantastic. So after that, let me try to run it, or I can go few steps forward and check like what exactly I'm trying to do and see. Okay, see, here I'm trying to insert data into the employee. Okay, so why don't I create the table here, or I can try to create here using state. Okay, using the execute. Okay, so let me try to create here. Create table. Table name is employee. Let me check the. Let me check the column names, because if the column names are matching, so obviously I'll be name where is salary. I'll put it as small int or int or whichever. Okay, great. Of course, I can use auto increment primary key, whichever appropriate. Okay, so fantastic. So I have that available. So basically, here what happens is we prepared a statement. See, if you observe here, you are getting the prepared PSTMT. Okay, so there is nothing but the prepared statement. Okay, so in the earlier we have seen the statement. Okay, so prepared statement is more advantage. And one more advantage of prepared statement. Okay, let me discuss. Okay, so it's more secure compared to the statement. Okay. See here, whichever value you are setting, so you are ensuring that the value you are trying to give individual. Fine. So basically, the statement is always fixed. Okay, and the values you are giving dynamically. So basically, it makes the entire query more secure. That means it's not possible to see. In some cases, what happens is along with the data, small snippets of the SQL query is given. Okay, but here we have a clear differentiation, like this is the query, this is the data. So if there is any small part of query here, the exceptions are being thrown. So the advantage is there is an attack on the databases, something called SQL injection, SQL injection. Okay, you can Google for that. Okay, so what happens is some of the hackers, they try to write query in the text boxes or wherever the input is there, and thereby it is always makes the statement as a true, and you can go further in the processing, and there is a chance for hacking the data. Okay, or maybe hacking like login into the accounts or whichever. Okay, so we are slightly better safeguarded using prepared statement. So I suggest that to use prepared statement in your project instead of statement. Okay, but why we export statement is to get the understanding. Okay, and the basic nature of the database interaction. Great. So right, so let's try to run it. So here execute update is used. I said because it is to insert the data. And here as well, execute query is supported, execute is supported. Okay, so you can try them as well. Okay, it's telling that table EMP employee doesn't exist. Okay, so let's check. Okay, I think the problem is I created the database, but I didn't use the database. Okay, so this got created in some other database. Great. So that is the mistake. Okay, good that we are getting a number of errors. Okay, so that we can learn more out of these errors. Okay, see, I do not have any tables. Okay, fantastic. So let me try to run this once more. Okay, so I have the tables available here. Great. So let me run this once more. So whenever you get an exception, so you have to go to the exception, the first line, first few lines of the exception, and read it thoroughly, try to understand it. Okay. So it will give a lot of information for you, which helps you to correct the problem. Okay. I'm not telling this only for the SQL exception. It can be for any exception. Let it be in threads or let it be anywhere in collections or wherever. So select star from employee. Sorry. Excellent. So I got the data inserted. Okay. So that's about, of course, you can use execute query here. Okay. So don't think that I cannot use the prepare statements for execute query. You can very much use, you can even use for execute as well. Okay. So you can try that on your own. So that's about prepared statement. So to reiterate, the advantage of prepared statements is it has better performance, and security wise, it helps to prevent SQL injection and the related database attacks. So it is more secure compared to statement.